Pisces, the past few months have all been about sort of unresolved shadows and how you actually deal with it quite well. I'm not sure that I can see that in this month. And certainly in the past, it's showing that you were bold, you were brave. So, you have been uncovering this shadow, you have been uncovering it, even though I believe that you've prematurely put it back in its box. You have been brave with it. The overall energy for this month of December is one of love, one of real love. You're a bit of a fool for love, but you know that anyway. You know that, You do get taken by people, but you allow yourself to be, and that's who you are. Strangely enough, this month begins with you looking for wealth, looking for money, seeking wealth. I'm not sure why. Certainly love is very much featured in terms of in terms of the outcome, in terms of moving to the outcome. So there's huge love here, and I think you could harness this love to make things better for you. I think you could harness your current love to make things better. I mean, you are a very loving person, don't get me wrong, but I think there's somebody there that could help you. Somebody in your current life that could help you. You are looking to... I said I couldn't see how this shadow was still in this month of December, but I think it is because of you are thinking of the past, you are thinking of the childhood, and I think you're allowing that into your current, and maybe it's causing disruption to your current. Maybe these are the things that began in September. I could see them in September very strongly, and I feel they're still there. They're unresolved, and you approach this by deciding to go off on a new journey, to start things afresh, with a wide-eyed innocence. I'm not too certain quite what that means for you. Maybe it is just simply yes, of course, it would be you reburying these memories. And in the future, you're going to be turning to manifestation to try and overcome what I perceive as some of the problems that have spilled out as a result of scratching this shadow. And this December, it is all about love. I mean, love is the key to everything, And you're a bit of a fool for love, you are, and that's the way you'd want to be. But people do take advantage of you. And, that can cause problems at times, and you know it. But you'd sooner be that way than any other way. Yeah, you're a romantic, you really are. You're somebody that wears your heart on your sleeve. You're somebody that... You're the sort of person that recites poetry outside your lover's window, You're just this hopeless romantic, you really are. And I think that stems back to your childhood. And it is a part of this shadow that I think is still unresolved and that you are pushing back again. Now, you have been brave in the past. You have attempted to open up this shadow, attempted to address it. As I say, I'm pretty certain you put it back in the box, and I think that's exactly what you do this month. But you have been brave in confronting it, and I mean, it's caused you upset, it really has, but I don't think we're through it yet, unfortunately. You're brave and you're bold, and that's not really like you, Yeah, it's a bit uncharacteristic, but in terms of this sort of thing, well, no, you've kept it bottled up for so long, so maybe that isn't it. But you have had this recent spare of bravery, boldness of trying to open things up. But I think you've pulled back at the last minute. Now, the current energy is at the Page of Pentacles, and I said that this was you going out looking for money. And it could be that. It could be that. That's how I normally interpret it. But, I wonder if it's about manifesting. Because we have manifesting in the future. In fact, the next energy that I'm going to talk about. And it probably is about manifesting material things, but it doesn't have to necessarily be money. So it could be about manifesting something new for you, such as a new house or, something new in your life that you're thinking about and you're trying to make positive changes towards. And you're very good at manifesting, you know that you are. So it comes as no surprise that you're doing that. And maybe that takes your mind off the things that have been uncovered, particularly in September. And as I say, in the future, we do have manifesting again. And it's occurred to me that maybe this is related to the shadow. Maybe it is related to the shadow. Maybe there's something about your shadow that you're trying to manifest a way out of. It could be material things, it could be material. But I've got the feeling that it could be about this, what you've uncovered as a result of your shadow. So there's something from your childhood that has been uncovered. And I think you've had enough. And you know exactly how to manifest. You know exactly how to deal with it. You've always known how to deal with this. But I think now a straw has broken the camel's back and you've decided to do something about it, and you're doing it through your very good ability to manifest. The energy that leads to the outcome is an energy of reminiscence about childhood. So this is the shadow. You are going back to it. Maybe not going back to it in the sort of strict Jungian sense of uncovering it, dealing with it, but you are going to deal with it in your own little way, which is the manifesting. Yeah. You're uncovering things from your childhood that were unpleasant. Normally this energy is of pleasant memories, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So you're uncovering things from your childhood, some of which will be pleasant and some of which will be unpleasant. But you're having to revisit those in order to get a resolution to the things that have been troubling you for a number of months now. And yeah, the way that you could plot an alternative, but you do things your own way, don't you, Pisces? You don't really listen to, you do, you listen to everybody's advice and ignore it. You always do things your own way, and that's what you're going to do. But there is somebody there that you love that could help you on this, and to a certain degree I think you're rejecting it, not because you don't love them, not because you don't like them, just because of that's how you are. You always do things your own way, and it's served you very well in the past, and you're probably thinking it'll serve you well in the future, and it might well do. But there is somebody that could help you here, and if you could open your heart up to them, they're in a position to help get you through this. And I've got it now. I understand what this fool is. Are you returning to being the fool for love? Because that's how you always deal with things. So by being the fool for love, allowing yourself to be put on, you're actually dealing with this heartbreak from the past. You're starting a new journey for yourself, forgetting about that childhood trauma, moving on with a wide-eyed innocence. And to be honest, it's a reasonable way of dealing with what you need to deal with. I don't want to put you down for it. But as I say, there is an alternative. There is somebody there that can help you, somebody that you love very much. And it's so strange that I keep talking about love and you being so loving, and yet you're rejecting this help that is there for you from somebody that you love very much. Pisces, I didn't think this spread was about the shadow, the trauma that your childhood trauma that's been dug up over the last few months. Let me down, it's exactly what it's about, You've been very brave in dealing with things, in uncovering things, but you've had a tendency to bottle it back up. Well, I think this month of December you actually develop your own strategy on what to do. You do drag up the past. It is your childhood past, and you do drag it up, and you know it needs addressing, and you address it by starting afresh, by drawing a line under things and saying, I'm moving on. But you're also doing it and being something of a fool, recognising that it's a new journey, that there will be problems, but there will also be great things that happen to you. And you're doing it all by being something of a fool for love. Now, you always are a fool for love. That's the sort of person you are. So you're addressing this with love, but you are also addressing it through manifesting. So you're turning around and saying, I've had enough of this aspect, this negative aspect from my childhood that keeps coming back. I've had enough, and I'm going to manifest my way out of it. And you're a master manifester, so you know you can do it. You've been holding back until now because of you are this fool for love, and you've not wanted to do anything negative in terms of manifesting. But I think now you've had enough. You've decided you've got to do something. So you start manifesting this month, but it's after December you really do get into it. Now, there is an alternative. There's someone that you love, somebody very close to you, that's offering to help you. And that could be an alternative route. But you always take your own advice. I mean, you do listen to others, you do. But you don't do anything they say. And that's the sort of person you are, Pisces. We all love you for it, you know. But, yeah, you're going to do it your way, I'm sure.